Hello, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi. If you was with me last week, I think it was last week, I've no idea now, days have gone into one. I made this teacup using two different resins, and I want to make a little mini world in it. Now, this is coloured polymer clay, and oh my god, it was so hard. Now I'm having a bad hand day. So I reverted back to my usual, which is soft and luscious and so easy to work with. So yeah, back to the Sculpey polymer. I'm going to make a little miniature world in a teacup. Well, I say world, miniature scene, I suppose. Now I'm going to make some mushrooms and I'm going to make a little hut and some little bugs. Little bugs. But at the minute I'm starting off with my mushrooms and I'm going to kind of gauge where I'm going to put them on the cup. But I'm also going to use those blue things that's at the side of my hand. They are fondant thingies. Fondant chocolate mold. Oh my god, brain! If I remember during this video, I'll say it out loud. I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. These are side mushrooms. I don't know what any of the mushrooms are called. So, they're the things that you see hanging on the sides of the trees. So there you go. Oh god, I'm really not doing well on this one, am I? So I do those. I'm not sticking them down, obviously, because they're not cooked. And because it's not complete UV resin, you cannot put epoxy in the oven. They'll just melt. At least I think so. I haven't actually tried that yet. Oh god. Do I have a brain ache? No, don't do it. Don't do it. Right. So, you're not supposed to put epoxy in the oven. I don't think I'm going to try it. But I know what I'm like. I'm an idiot. So, we'll get past that bit. This mushroom doesn't stay. I kind of thought it would look nice there, but then I realised I need to actually get in there with something else. So, I'm doing another mushroom. This one's going to be a twisty cap one. Pointy cap. But when it came out of the oven, because guess who forgot our cooking again? That'd be me. The top fell off. So I had to glue that one on. Of course, I kind of burnt the clay. A little bit. Just a little bit. It was only in there for an hour. In fact, I was on a call with some friends and it just suddenly popped into my head. Oh my god, I'm cooking. Yikes. I really need to get a brain. My memory is shocking. So, yeah, this one doesn't survive, but it does stay on. I do put this one on when I fix it. And I'm going to make a little waterway, like a little river. And I've got this stuff off Temu. I can't even think what it's called now. Something clay, clear something clay. I don't know. Well, you pop it on anyway and you let it dry and it looks nice. It's quite cute. And I've got some fake grass and I've also got some coloured moss. And this is going to be the path. See, I don't want a lot of polymer clay as a path, just a little bit. I didn't like that, so I did it again. But this as a path is brilliant, I love it. And I'm going to make some wooden pieces on the other one to make the hut. But I'm also going to make a door and a window just off the top of my head. Because I want it to look like there's a river running down from the hut, shed, house, whatever you want to call it, onto this path. But it's not a path, it's a river. There we go. It just looks like a path at the minute, it won't. And I'm going to make a rose and I'm going to put some little tiny flowers on. Originally, I was thinking Alice in Wonderland themed, but I just started and it ended up something completely different. But I think I should do another one in Alice, but maybe a white teacup. Yeah, I think definitely a white one. I think that'd look better. But I also make some a little bug, ladybug, and I also make a butterfly. Now the butterfly looks rather big compared to the house. That's on purpose. So is the bug, because it's like a fairy house. And so fairies are supposed to be small, and I don't know whether I should have done an actual fairy. Or, ooh, I have got some little tiny weeny dolls. I might just do that actually. I think the dolls might be too big for the house itself. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with some music, and you can carry on watching me faff, and I'll catch you at the end. So, did you miss me? Yeah, that was me telling you that I'm going to shove it all in the cooker and try not to forget I'm actually cooking. And yeah, I burnt it. It's supposed to be white. It's now beige. Which actually isn't bad for me. I have had it brown before. So this is going to be the hill. Now, I've made up some foil, shaped it inside the cup, and then covered it in polymer clay. And what I'm going to do is, when it's dry, or do I even wait till it's dry? I don't think I do. I do think I shove it straight in, and I'm just using super glue. And yeah, just shoved it straight in and then carried on painting afterwards. Oh, because that's just me, and I have no patience. And I've got to paint all these little bits, and that I did glue back together before I painted it. Yes. I'm asking myself and answering myself. Hug me jacket impending. Ah dear. I've got 2 red mushrooms, and they will be glossy because I wanted glossy mushrooms. So I'll use some more UV just to make it all nice and shiny. I could use a thingy. Glaze, no. Varnish, yes. Or even glue. But the UV was right there on my table right next to me, so that's the first thing I grabbed. So I've got my ladybug. Now I'm painting my rose. And the rose, all I did was just cut a strip and then just roll it up. Same as the Charlie the Chocolate Factory with the rose tree. Now, you're probably thinking, why am I painting that black? And that's because the grooves on it show up better when you put black on first. And then I wipe most of it off and realise I've wiped off far too much on some of them, so I do it again. And then I'll go over the top with brown. Now, some of these pieces are going to get cut down. Because obviously I don't measure, because that's just me, the house would have been absolutely humongous so I needed it to be smaller, so I could fit a window and a door in, and then make sort of a roof. Now, it's supposed to be a house that's made up out of little bits and bobs that's been found in the woods, so it kind of fits. But yeah, I'm painting everything black, so I've got a key colour. Yeah, excuse me, I've got a bit of snipple going on. But that chocolate roll thing, oh my days, I still don't know what it's called. The fondant thing, the blue thing that I used to make the wood, I think that's pretty good. I like that. Now, this doesn't look a lot when you see it as it is, but once you add the little tiny green bush and the moss I make into trees and bushes, and add the grass to the hill and the water, it looks pretty sweet. In fact, I really like it. It's growing on me even more, and I really do need to make more of these. I think they're really pretty, and who doesn't like a good mushroom garden? I just like it so much. But yeah, I think the cup would have been better if it was white, and it wouldn't matter if I did get bubbles or anything in it, because it's just a throwaway piece, if you know what I mean. It's like what the fairies find in the garden. I mean, surely there's cup and saucer somewhere. We all throw out stuff we're not supposed to. So now I'm painting, and again, painting black, because then it gives you the details of when I put the little grooves in. I did the mushrooms black to start with, and then rubbed some of it off, so then I could go in with a bit of brown and like a creamy colour, so they're not too dark, but the underside's a bit darker than the rest. And I'll put in some spots of white, so it actually looks like a mushroom or toadstool, whichever, it doesn't matter which one it is. I'm just dry brushing the brown onto the wood, and if you notice, I put a bit onto the mat first, so I can wipe some of the paint off first, because I don't want it to be too in your face bright. And that's the door, and I will go over that door handle so it looks a bit better. And I go over this with brown because I want it to come to sort of like pop through the water when I put that on. Now, I don't remember if I actually put the water bit on in the video, or if I changed my mind at the end and did it at the end when I'd already done. So I apologise if it's not in the video, but you'll see it when I tilt the cup, that it looks like there's water in it. It's good stuff. I like it. Why have I never seen this stuff before? Oh yeah, because I never had, and I didn't really do miniatures, but now I do, and I really like them. But yeah, there's the white spots. I'm just filling in the little holes that I've made already. Not holes, but indentations. There we go. And here's my butterfly. That were a bit of a faff. I really should have just used them little resin ones that I've got, but for some reason I decided I'm going to make it instead. Brains of Britain, me not. I mean, the resin ones I've got are tiny. They're really cute. There, I like it. It'll do. So I've got all these bits. It's nearly all painted. It's just the little highlights on the rose I want, and some highlights on the ladybug, just to make it look like it's shiny. But like I said, I'm going to put some UV resin on them, and that'll make them even more shiny. And I'm just making the hinges on the door, and then I think I use a pen. I use a pen to go around the door handle. I do white first, and then later on I go in with a silver pen, because I want to make it look like it's a metal door handle. I do think I did make it a bit too big though for this door. I don't know. I keep looking at it thinking, is that too big? Could I just have done with a knob? Yes, I said that. Oopsie. I couldn't think of another word. But I don't mean it rudely. So now I'm highlighting everything else with just a touch of the white, just to give it a bit of oomph. Yeah, oomph. And then when I've painted them all, I shall assemble them with the little bushes, the moss, the bark. Now this bark, I reckon if I get a bag from the garden centre, I could make that last even longer. But saying that, I did only use about 3 or 4 pieces. So I don't know. I do plan on making more of these cups. I want to do an Alice in Wonderland one, using all those little bits that I've made on the cup and saucers mould. So yeah, I'm sticking everything down with super glue, giving it a good press, making sure it sticks down first, and just building it up. And I love it. I really do love it. The trick to the grass was not really a trick. I dumped some super glue on and then just dumped the grass on and then tipped it out, basically. It's not completely covered. If I had one of them static machine thingies, it probably would have worked out better. So I do it a couple of times because it's not really stuck. I'd probably be better off with a more tacky glue, not something that's so shiny. Does that make sense? Oh, I think I'm trying to make sense to myself. So I'm sticking the door and the window together and then rearranging my whatever they're called, my wood pieces on top, sticking my fingers to it, of course, and then making a little house. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be made out of odds and sods. And you won't see the back anyway, but I put a bit on. So that'll go in nicely in there. And I was just dumping out the rest of my grass, giving it a bit of a push down, getting rid of any excess. And then I'll glue my little house in and pick out some nice coloured moss for my trees and my bushes. So I just use super glue again just to stick it down, hold it down for a second or two, and the job's a good one. But this moss is brilliant. These pieces of wood, I just stuck them down as well, like it was pieces of wood floating or crashed at the side of the river. You know what I mean. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I did have to squish these down quite a bit because they wouldn't really bend. So I did snap a few while I was pressing down, which is also good because then it looks more authentic. Is that right? And I've also got a big chunky piece that I thought, oh, that'd be nice to put some flowers on. And that worked well. But you notice I put the mushroom in a different place. In fact, they're both in different places compared to where I started. And that mushroom would have been a right tinker. So it eventually stuck on. And this is the chunky bit I've got. I thought that was quite nice. Make it look like a bit of a feature. And I picked some nice bits of moss for different sets of trees. And then I think I'll use a bit of UV resin to try and make a river. But realised that I wasn't working, which is why I used the clay stuffs. And that's me trying to make a tree bark. No, tree stem, log, something. What is it called? Not a stump. Oh, I don't know. To make the bottom of the tree so it stood up. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and go away because I'm wiffly waffling. and I shall see you all later. Don't forget to look for the pictures at the end, and I hope to see you next time, hopefully Thursday. And I'm thinking of doing a live just for half an hour. You won't see my ugly mush, but we'll see if I can get it to work, because I've never done it on my own before, so wish me luck. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, it's free, and I shall see you all soon. Bye bye.
Shadows like dusting, goth unicorn with a blackened wing. Happy she dances under moonlit nights, creating beauty, spurring on delight. Her hooves tap softly to the softest bells, crafting wonders in her sacred spells. From threads of silver and whispers bright, a tapestry woven in the dark of night. Her hooves tap softly to the soft